Gentlemen, welcome. It's your guy EmEz, and we here. It's the first episode of Stats, Sneakers, and Styles. My two co-hosts here, Dripyyyyy D and Chris, are here with me. They will tell you about themselves in just a little bit. I'm your guy EmEz. Let me tell you about myself first. I have a radio background, producer of the Angie Martinez Show, my own radio show, my own podcast. It's a bunch of things. You're going to be along for the journey, so I appreciate you tuning in and taking the journey with us. We're going to be talking about sports. We can talk about style. We can talk about sneakers. We're talking about a whole plethora of things within the realms of all three. So just sit tight, hang out, and just expect fun. All right. Let's go to my guy Dripyyyyy D. D, tell him what you do here for us today.
Hey man, what's up, guys? How you doing, world? Thank you, everybody, for coming to view our page. I really appreciate it. My name is Dripyyyyy D. You can follow me on Instagram at Dripyyyyy D. That's DRIP 5 Ys D on Instagram. You can follow me there, and I'm just gonna be here to give you my perspective on sports and fashion. I'm also gonna be hosting the Drip or Drown segment of the show, which consists of whether you're dripping, which means you're very high fashion, you look good, you're dressing well, or you're drowning, which means that you look bad, you look horrible, you don't like the way the guy's dressed, like his fashion is horrible. So I'm going to bring that to you guys every week. It's very important that you guys, the fans, vote every week on who's the drippiest guy of the week. So we could certify him, stamp him, drippiness, and drip ready, drip everything. So we're just going to bring you the drip, and we're going to bring you the drown every week. So just get ready, guys. Can't wait for you guys to join this journey, and just can't wait. Let's go.
Chris, talk to me about your segment and what you're offering to the people.
First things first, D, thank you for that intro. My name is Chris. I go by Chris, Claudio, Mr. Nunez. I'm here to talk all things sports and sneakers. I will be spearheading a segment called Chris's Crispy Kicks, in which I will keep your feet looking right today, tomorrow, and every day moving forward. And again, just here to chop it up with my brothers. Let's know what's up. And fellas, just know I ain't ducking no smoke. So let's get to it.
I missed that. Say that again.
I ain't ducking no smoke. None.
The lightest nigga always got to be the toughest. You see this? What's this? Okay. Right, no doubt. Because you said it early. You're tough. We got you, Chris.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. The Eastern Conference Finals were tonight. Boston Celtics, Miami Heat. Game just finished a little while ago. Final score was 118 to 107. Boston was the loser. And I have thoughts on this series. But before I get into my thoughts, I want my co-hosts to give you their opinion and their prediction and why they say what they say. Let's start with Chris. Go ahead. Who you got, how many games, and why?
All right. I got Miami in 6. I'm going to give you a couple of reasons. One, this is the first series in which Udoka is not the better coach. Spoelstra is a top 2, arguably top 1 coach in the NBA, and I think Spoelstra is going to coach, not circles, but he's going to out-coach Udoka. 2, there's the Jimmy Buckets factor. Jimmy Buckets has been playing with a chip on his shoulder since God knows how long, since he was the 29th overall pick in the first round of the NBA draft, going on a decade, when he only had one scholarship offer going back to Marquette. So Jimmy has a lot to prove. As you just said, game 1 just ended. He finished with 41, 9, and 5. The man
That's what Jimmy Buckets did tonight?
Yes. And most importantly, this is a rematch of the 2020 Eastern Conference Finals, in which Miami did win 4-2. So they do have a history of playing each other in the playoffs. Miami has figured out the formula, and I think they'll do it again in the same 6 games as they did 2 years ago.
Miami in 6, you say, huh?
Yes.
I'm going to call you a front runner because you know they won already tonight. So, but we'll see.
Wait.
I'll give it Boston in 7.
Hold on, D. Go ahead, Chris. What were you going to say?
When we first started chopping it up a couple months ago, before they even played the Hawks, if you remember, I had the Heat coming out the East. It's on tape. I will not take the slander. I want all the smoke. We can go back and check the tape. I had the Heat coming out the East 6 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I almost fell asleep. You done? You finished? You good? No doubt. Okay. Chris, thank you. Drippy, tell me who you think and how many games and why, please.
I'm going to give it to Boston a game 7. I go see going to 7 games because they didn't have Marcus Smart out there today. They also didn't have Horford. They weren't playing at full force. And they need those 2 guys. These guys play with their whole team. So it's going to be a long series. You know, Tatum's going to learn. He's going to get better. Tatum, first of all, he just went through Kevin Durant, which everybody said was the best player in the NBA. He went through him. Then everybody said Giannis was the best player in the NBA. And Tatum just went through him. So now who's Jason Tatum got to go through next? Jimmy Buckets, I guess. You know, I mean, I can see him doing it. So I say Boston in 7. I say Boston in 7. It's a tough place to play when you're in Boston, and these guys are going to come back. They're going to play hard. It's going to be a good series. These are the 2 best defensive teams the NBA's got to offer.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, I'm in agreement with D, but I think it's going to be 6 games. But hold on, before I finish, D, you say 7 games. You know that means Boston's got to win a road game 7. You
Yeah,
still want to keep it that way? That's
yeah,
7.
yeah. Boston's. I can see them winning all the games in Boston and then going back and winning one in Miami. I don't see a problem with that.
I like the conviction of your pick, my guy. Absolutely. I got Boston in 6. I
Listen,
think
I'm
Jason
a Brooklyn
Tatum
Mets
is.
fan. I've seen this guy Tatum just torture my team. Then he went against Giannis and the Bucks and just tortured them. I mean, the guy's a ball. He's balling. You got to give him his respect.
I mean, I hear you. I'm taking the Celtics in 6. I think Jason Tatum is the reason that they're gonna take the series. I think Jason Tatum is showing everybody, and he's taking notes. Y'all said Kevin Durant was the guy. Boom, took him out. You said Giannis was the guy. Boom, took him out. Oh, Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler. Boom, about to take him out too. I think Jason Tatum is on a tear this postseason to show y'all. Shout to Nick Wright that he deserves to be in that club superstar. And fam, what are you talking about? Well, you know who I am, and I personally will take pride in Jason Tatum finally becoming into his own, because when he dunked on LeBron and butt chest bumped LeBron after, I said this kid's got some gumption and I like him, and I like him a lot. So I'm taking Boston in 6. I think Tatum is the X factor. I also think if you're a betting man, take the under on these scores, because you're not going to get 125 and 130s in these series at all. I think it's going to be a big defensive struggle, like my guy D said.
Boston in 6.
Boston in 6. Boston in
Okay.
6.
All
I
right.
also think X factors. Tyler Hero is going to be the X factor for Miami. If he could be hot, and he could be the swinging factor for them. And for the Celtics, it's Greg Williams. If he stays hot like he did last series, the Celtics will absolutely take him in 6. Let's move along to tomorrow's game. You got the Mavericks and Golden State Warriors at 9. I'm gonna start with D. Who you got and why?
You know who I
And how
got.
many games?
Everybody here knows who's my favorite player on that team. And well, on these teams that I left, my favorite role player, one of my favorite basketball players has always been Draymond Green. That's between me and my friends, and now the world can know that too. I love me some Draymond Green. Feel like he's an Army Swiss knife. He plays defense. He could shoot. He could dribble. He's the heart and soul of that team. So, but hey, yeah, I'm going with Golden State Warriors. They got championship pedigree. They know how to win. These guys are just ready to win. They have no weaknesses. They're strong in every aspect of the game. They have good coaching. They got young guys. They got veterans. They got it all. So I see them going all the way to the championship. Just don't know whether it's going to be against Boston or against Miami.
How many games?
I say 6. Golden
Ooh,
State is 6.
Warriors in 6. That means they ended in Dallas.
Yeah, because you got to give Luka some games. You got to. He's good. He's good. I can see him scratching 2 games out at least. So
Okay.
I see 6.
Okay, well, I mean, I already know who this light skinned guy is picking. So, Chris, go ahead, light skin. But who you got?
I'm going to agree with Drippy D. I'm going to go Warriors in 6. For some of the reasons that he mentioned, Draymond Green, He finished off game 6 with 15, 18, and 4. Um, Something happened in game 6 when they inserted Kevon Looney to the starting lineup. They out-rebounded the best rebounding team in the regular season by a wide margin of 70 to 44. Kevon Olajuwon, as my man Klay Thompson called him, at 22,
Kevon
11 offensive.
Olajuwon. I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
Wiggins had 11. Draymond had 15, right? Those three guys had a combined 16 offensive rebounds. The last thing you want to do is give a team like Golden State with Clay, Poole, and Curry that many extra chances to make it rain, especially in Golden State when they eat that crowd up. That's just not a recipe for winning. I also do believe that you got to give Luka and his supporting cast a couple of games. Those home road splits are crazy. His next 4 players in the Phoenix series, Dinwiddie, Finney-Smith, Bullock, and Brunson averaged 40 points combined. 37 points a game combined on the road while averaging 60 at home. So I think Luka, along with supporting cast at home, should be able to win 2, at least 1. Maybe take 1 on Golden State. No matter how we get there, I do say Golden State in 6 because of that firepower and the rebounding and just sheer championship pedigree that they have that Luka and the rest of the boys do not have yet.
I'm looking at my papers here, man. I got papers, right? I wanna switch my pick, but I won't. I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna be a clean sweep here. I'm going Warriors in 7. Here's why. The Warriors, ever since Steve Kerr's been there, has had the slogan "Strength in Numbers," and this is the perfect example of this. Perfectly, it's Clay, Steph, Dre, Poole, Kuminga, whoever you got throwing at Luka. I think the numbers that the Warriors have are way more than Luka. But don't get it twisted. Luka's going to have a legendary series. He's going to average splits of enormous craziness because the Warriors aren't. Who's going to stop him, yo? Who's going to stop him on the Warriors, honestly? And don't tell me Draymond Green. Draymond's not stopping him.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. No, he can't. He might be able to slow him down. He can't stop that man. He's unstoppable.
No one
can stop Luka.
No one is stopping Luka. I think the key to that is my apologies. I think the key to that is that you have to throw different looks at him. So you have to throw Kuminga at him for a series or 2, Draymond for a series or 2, Clay for a series or 2, and Wiggins for a series or 2. Give him different looks so you can adjust to different defenses to at least try to slow him down and have him score under 40 points a game.
Man, listen. If Dinwiddie can be the threat off the bench he was in the last series, he's the X factor for them. I know Brunson, I know Finney-Smith, but if Dinwiddie could come off the bench and give you 15 to 18 points a night, that's all Luka's gonna need. That's all Luka needs. Another 20-point score, and Luka could definitely do some things. That's why I think that it's gonna be Golden State in 7, because I think Luka's definitely gonna take it to the brink. For the Warriors, Klay Thompson's gonna have to give you more than 1 game. I need more than 1 Klay 6 game from him. And I don't mean a fire hot 2 games. I need a consistent 3 or 4 games out of you because I need the Splash Brothers back again. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good series. I'm thinking the Golden State Warriors in 7. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with that one. But before we leave the world of the NBA, we lost James Harden, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker. They all got bounced out of the playoffs. A moment of silence for them. They choked, all 3 of them. They choked it all the way. Before we go, I wanted to get at least my guys to get their opinions on all 3 of those guys before we get up out of here. Fellas, and any words about CP3, Booker, and Harden?
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
All right, I'm back from my moment of silence, guys. So just wanted to make you guys aware. A lot of blame has been placed on CP3, rightfully so. He's the point god. He's the one who's supposed to get his teammates in the right situations, get them the right shots, and not have more turnovers than made baskets over the course of the last 5 games of a Western Conference semifinal. So let's start there. Let's get an agreement to that. But when you have a game 7 at home, and you're supposed to be that guy, and a guy that's in your talent pool in your generation goes in there and outscores your entire team at halftime by himself, the book, you got to step up. That one's as much on book as it is on CP3 because he needs to be that guy. We all remember last week when Game 6 between the Bucks and the Celtics, when Giannis was heating up and he was getting ready to close that series, right? JT said, Coach, Marcus Smart, JB, get me the ball. I'm going to take this guy one-on-one, win, lose, or draw. I got to at least try to put a stop to this bleeding that Giannis is causing. Booker never did that. I don't care what defense they played, what double team, you create some slip screens. Chris Paul's the point guard. That's as much his job to get him in the right spot. And again, it's also Monty Williams. But Devin Booker, as the star, as the guy who was fourth in the MVP voting this year, has to say, I want this challenge one-on-one. Win or lose, I at least got to try to stop this. So, what do you guys think about that?
D, would you like to go before I'll let you jump in?
I'm gonna keep it sweet, short, and simple. I'm gonna give you one word for all three of those guys. You guys are ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Washed. I'm done. Thank you.
Yo, my man D crazy guy. That's it. Just washed.
Washed. All three of them washed. They're done. I mean,
I love it.
They're gonna have to just be they're gonna have to tag along on somebody else's squad. I don't see them being the A1 guy no more.
No, I don't think any one of them are the A1. I think this is gonna hurt Devin Booker's legacy. You were never the one that could carry a team through a playoff run. Before Chris Paul was there, you didn't do it. You had Chris Paul there, and you didn't do it. CP3, I'm tired of people making excuses for Chris Paul. I'm gonna get to Chris Paul before I get. Let me double back. James Harden, you know how I feel about James Harden. I hated him before he was a Brooklyn Net. I embraced him, loved him while he was with the Nets. The minute he left, it's all that, and you get the hell out of here, no doubt. What happened to James Harden is, I think, guys like LeBron James take care of themselves. They work out, they eat right, they go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? They have a good regimen. I don't think James Harden ever had that regimen, and I think now it's catching up to him. That's why he can't become that A1 he was 2 years ago. His drop off, it went like that. So that's how I feel about James Harden. Chris Paul, I think Chris Paul gets too many benefits of the doubt because he looks like a nice guy. He looks innocent, and he has no tattoos. He's on commercials. He's in NBA circles, but he's not a great guy from what I can see. As a player, as a teammate, it doesn't seem like people are beholden to him. He can control teams that are younger because he likes to push people around.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I think that's why the NBA gods told the point guard, no championship for you.
Okay, wow, that's rough to see. So I'm looking at all these commercials and everything. I guess I'm getting brainwashed. I'm seeing him on State Farm. I'm thinking he's this nice guy. And they must got me.
Moving right along. The NFL schedule just came out. I think we're all Giants fans here, correct?
Yes, I am.
Correct.
Okay, and I don't think the Giants are going to do that well, personally. I think the Giants were setting up for the next couple of years. I think Daboll coming over was a good thing for the Giants. I think he's gonna stabilize the boat. We're gonna have Daboll for the next at least 7 years. I think he's gonna be a strong coach, but I don't think this year is it. Week 1 is gonna be a couple of very interesting games. We have Seahawks, Broncos. That's Russ going home, and I think Chris, you said Rams, Bills.
Correct. That's the opening night game.
Wow. What are your guys' predictions for the division winners? Do you want to talk about that? You want to go into that?
I'm with it.
Okay, let's do that. Starting with the AFC North. We got the Bengals, Steelers, Ravens. Who am I missing? Browns. Who's the division winner right there?
Joe Burrow.
Bengals?
Give me the Bengals.
Dripyyy D, you going with Bengals too?
Bengals, baby. Joe Burrow.
NFC East, I think, is, again, Bills. I don't have to go through the rest of them teams. It's the Bills division. Correct? Anybody else?
AFC East? Yeah, the Bills.
Yeah, Bills. AFC South, you got the Colts, the Jags, the Titans, and who am I missing?
The Jaguars.
No, I said the Jaguars. Jaguars, Titans, Colts.
The Colts, the Titans, the Colts, the Titans, the Jaguars, and the Texans.
Texans. There it goes. Okay. It's because they're such a trash team. I forget about them all the time.
It's
I got
an
them winning out of
understandable
all of them.
omission.
Say that again?
I got the Texans winning out of all of them. I mean, not the Texans. The Titans winning out of all of them.
Oh,
I like the
Chris?
Titans.
I got the Colts. I think the addition of Matt Ryan, along with the emergence of Jonathan Taylor, that defense and that offensive line, I think they will win the division. And I also think, through the fact they have the easiest division path to win, aside from Buffalo, I still think they'll have a good enough run where they will be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
What was that?
Would you like me to repeat that?
Yes,
I
please.
think they will be the number 1 seed. All right. I think they will be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Wow. I like the Titans out of that division there because Henry's gonna come back. Henry is in full strength. You guys forgot he was hurt last year, and then he tried to come back at the end to help his team, but it wasn't enough. He was still a little injured. So when my man comes back with full energy, full strength, steamrolling everybody, I think they're coming back. Mike Vrabel got a good defensive mind. He got a good coaching history, and I see them winning. I see them winning that division. Clearly, I think they're the best team in that division, in my eyes.
I disagree wholeheartedly with you with that one. I think the Titans window is done. I agree with Chris, but not to the extent of which he thinks they're going to be the number 1 seed in the whole AFC. Definitely not that. But I think the Colts are definitely coming out of that division.
Listen, I love Derrick Henry, but look at the quarterback. Look what the quarterback is. He's a middle of the pack quarterback. 1 year you lose Corey Davis. The next year you lose AJ Brown. He had a hard time as it is. Now he has absolutely nobody to throw the ball to. He's not that guy that's going to make
nobody to throw the ball to. Because first of all, like you said, Tannehill is trash. They didn't win because of who they were throwing the ball. When they were winning, it was because it was ground and pound. It was all defense and running the ball.
Yeah,
defense
but it's a different NFL right now. You can't win. You can't
when they
win
try to
Super
start
Bowls
throwing
that
it
way.
to all these guys, that's when they started losing. They bring in Jones, Julio Jones last year. He didn't do nothing. He was there. Oh, Julio Jones, a big name. What did that do? They still didn't throw him the ball. They don't throw the ball.
You can't win Super Bowls in this NFL with ground and pound. I'm sorry, it's not. Your quarterback needs to be able to go over the top. You need to get cheap touchdowns, and ground and pound isn't it. But we got to move on.
Out of that division, I don't see nobody beating them out of that division. I don't think
they just need balance.
In the AFC alone, but I think in that division, that's the best team. I think they're better than the Colts. But hey.
Can we move along now?
We'll find out later.
Okay, thank you. Now, moving to the AFC West, the best division in the AFC. We got the Broncos, the Raiders, the Chiefs, and the Chargers. Who you got, D?
I like the Broncos. My man Russ is going to be cooking. Travis Judy is going to be a top 3 receiver. Mark my words. Once you let Russ cook for the first time in his life, they're just going to let him throw. John Elway didn't bring him there so he could pass the ball to let guys run. John Elway brought him there so he could take over and do what he got to do. So I see Russ going to step up. He's going to back up all the talk, and he's going to back up the trade. He's going to back up John Elway. John Elway's a genius, and we're going to see everything unfold. Can't wait. Can't wait for opening day, as a matter of fact. Isn't that the opening day matchup? Seattle versus the Broncos. Ooh, can't wait for that one.
Absolutely. Chris.
I am also looking forward to that opening week matchup between the Broncos and the Seahawks. I grew up a big wrestling fan, bro. Ric Flair once said, in order to beat the man, you gotta, And until someone knocks off Kansas City from their perch, you're not going to convince me that Kansas City is not the best team in the NFC. They address their defensive weaknesses.
AFC.
The AFC. They addressed their defensive weaknesses. They drafted a very solid defensive end and a very solid tackle. They signed Justin Reed to replace Tyrann Mathieu. Yes, they lost Tyreek Hill.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, they thought that's a major piece of their offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't do that. Don't do
I'm
that.
saying all those other
Patrick
guys can't
Mahomes,
step up.
Patrick Mahomes in his career is 5-1 without Tyreek Hill. Small
You're
sample
gonna see
size, but he
Kelsey's gonna
has
get
had
double
sustained.
teamed now.
He has had some success. All right, I feel like it gives him a chance to be a quarterback and actually spread the ball around the field. And he's going to learn. I think he's going to have the best year of his career this year. Yes, without Tyreek Hill, because he's going to have the ability to actually be a quarterback and spread the ball out.
It wasn't
See, I
Tyreek
think
Hill.
And
Isn't
with the
Tyreek
improvements in
Hill the
defense,
fastest man in the NFL? You lose that
absolutely.
kind of a weapon, and you're telling me he's not gonna matter?
But I think you're missing what makes Mahomes great. It's not the spreading of the ball. It's the improvisation of him moving through the ball. Like
correct.
that's what makes him
I
great.
agree. He's
So
great.
once you lose a guy like Tyreek Hill, so once he scampers out to the left side and Tyreek goes pew this way, oh, easy 1-2 over the top. You lose that. And if you remember when they went through their slump last year, is when teams were playing them with the cover two, so Tyreek couldn't go over the top. So now, if you let that go, what do you think is going to happen? Double teaming. Travis Kelce is not catching the ball. I might put 8 in the box and force you to throw over the top because some niggas ain't fast enough. I don't think the Chiefs are gonna do it. I think the Broncos are gonna win that division. And the bold statement I have for this division, I think the Chiefs will come into the playoffs as the very last wild card. I think they're gonna be battling for that last wild card spot. Personally,
I mean, I'm
You
not
said
counting the Chiefs out like that. I think they're still gonna be good. I don't think, like Chris said, I don't think he's gonna be that much of a difference, but it is gonna be a difference. Now Kelsey's gonna suffer because now they're gonna have to shadow. Before you had the fastest guy in the NFL taking the top of every team. So the whole middle was open for Kelsey. It was great for him. You don't have that no more. They're gonna have to find some speed somewhere to replicate what they lost with Tariq Hill.
mm-hmm.
The offense depended on speed. You know, it was very important. And I don't see Pringle and those other guys really doing it, to be honest
No.
with you, on a consistent basis. So I see them taking a step backwards, and I see Denver taking a step forwards. And it's going to be hard. You got to remember, Mile High is a place to play when you're winning. When you're winning over there, and you got all these legends, it's a winning culture over there. It's a winning culture. It's a good place to win. It's a good place to win. Play football. I see them doing great things next year. I'm hopping
Okay.
on the
let me
Broncos.
just say one last thing.
Go ahead, Chris.
You mentioned they lost a weapon like Tyreek Hill. Understandably so, but you need to understand one thing that I don't think you're understanding. Patrick Mahomes is the weapon.
Oh,
He's the
that's what
weapon.
you're saying. Oh, that's what you're saying.
He's the
No,
cannon.
I agree.
You
I
finna
agree.
find. You finna find out. You finna
We're
find
gonna find
out.
out.
You finna find out.
The weapon needs bullets, and Tyreek Hill was one of his bullets. So, I mean,
It's all right.
Hey,
You get you get
we
you
gonna
get you
see.
get 6 in the clip.
We gonna see.
You get 6 in the clip.
The mother bullets ain't this one, no. This is a piercing bullet. You got little BB guns over there. This one's a piercer. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. Going to the NFC. The NFC North. We got the Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears. Who do you guys got coming out of that one?
I like the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I know his receiver left. He went over there to Las Vegas. I don't think it makes that much of a difference for Aaron Rodgers. Like Chris just said, he is the weapon. He's the guy who makes everybody move and play good. I don't think he's going to be as good without Devontae Adams, but he's still going to be good enough to be the best team in that weak division. Chris?
I'm going with Minnesota. I think this is the year Cousins finally puts together. You're gonna give that man Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and Dalvin Cook. They have the potential to be one of the top 5 offenses in the NFL, and they have a sustainable defense that can guide that offense to about 10 to 11 wins. In a weekend NFC North with Adam Rodgers losing not just Devontae Adams, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, he's lost a good amount of weapons, right? And we still don't know who his number 1 receiver is. Kirk Cousins has 2 of those and a top 3 running back. I think the Vikings are in prime position to finally take over that division this year. Talk to me, bro.
I just don't believe in Kirk Cousins, my guy. Like I'm gonna change my pick from earlier because if I can say Patrick Mahomes isn't the weapon, his receivers are the weapons. that means Aaron Rodgers ain't got no shot because he ain't got no weapons. So I don't think they win in that division. And I don't believe in Vikings. I'm gonna say the Bears, man. I think Justin Fields puts it together and they win that division. I think the Bears are gonna come out of the AFC North. I'm probably going to regret this for trusting and believing in the Bears, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers with no weapons can do much, and I don't think Kirk Cousins or Kirk can get you past a certain point. Kirk Cousins never wins a big game. He always shoots the bed. Go with the Bears. Like it or not, I don't care. Can we move on?
Let's move on.
Okay,
That
thank
division
you.
was
Trash, and we
trash.
go into another trash division, the NFC East. Giants, Philly,
oh,
Cowboys,
hell no.
Washington. Who's taking that division, Chris?
Can I start this one, Chris, please?
Please do.
Trash division? Oh, hell no. We winning it all this year, baby. The New York Giants are going to win the Super Bowl. I said it here first. We're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm a New York Giant fan. That's how I ride with my teams. Ride or die from beginning to end, baby. That's how I'm doing it. We got the best draft. We got good young players. We got some veteran players. We got new coaching. We got good GMs. I think we're moving in the right direction. If we don't win the Super Bowl, we got to at least make the playoffs. So get ready for an exciting season, New York. I can't wait. I'm excited.
There's never been a team. Well, you know what? I'm not even say that. Because I'm a Giants fan, and I would love if that happened. I just don't see it happening. I think they call it the NFC least for a reason. Chris, who you got coming out the NFC East?
I got Philadelphia, bro. I got
Oh,
Philadelphia. Jalen
Ooh.
Hurts finished the
Ooh.
season on the ascend last year. He had a bad outing against the Brady-led Bucks, but most people do. And everyone talks about the Giants draft, the Jets draft, the Ravens draft. Let's not forget, in the first round, the Eagles drafted one of the best defensive tackles in the draft, and
yes.
they acquired AJ Brown from Tennessee.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna give my man Jalen
Two
Hurts,
targets?
Devontae Smith, and AJ Brown with the progression he's already made and the regression of the Cowboys. That division is Philly all over it, bro.
Yeah. I agree with
opinion.
you on this one. I'm all the way with you on this one, Chris. I think people are sleeping on Philly. I think Philly did a good draft, and I think Philly notices that Washington ain't it, and the Dallas Cowboys lost a lot of good players, and the Giants ain't ready. So I think I'm with you. Philly's taking that division, and I think it's going to be by at least 2 or 3 games. Like, it's not even going to be close. Moving along to the NFC South, we got Tampa Bay, the Saints, Panthers, and Falcons. To me, I think this is easy. But let's start with Chris. We got
The New Orleans Saints will win the NFC South this
I know
year.
he was going to say something crazy like that. Yeah.
'Cause
Why? You just
to
gonna leave
me,
it at the
it's
Saints
not
and that's
that.
it?
No, to me, it's not that crazy, right? Drew Brees' last year, which was Brady's first year in the division, they won the NFC South. Last year, before James got hurt, they were 5-2 and on their way to another NFC South crown. This year, they signed Tyrann Mathieu the offseason. They drafted Chris Olave. Michael Thomas is coming back healthy. Alvin Kamara is coming back healthy. With the team that they already had, right? And I think Dennis Allen, as the coach, giving the team a new voice and a new defensive identity, along with the offense that they have, is good enough to be able to overtake Tom Brady in the NFC South. Let's not forget, Brady is 1-5 against the Saints the last 3 years. So just keep that in mind as you move forward with your thinking of the NFC South.
Drippy, come on, man. I know you're not gonna surprise me
You know
here. Who
I'm
you
a
got?
Tom Brady guy. But
That's
what's
what I'm
going on
saying.
with
Come
this
on,
Tom
man.
Brady thing? Tom Brady just got offered the richest contract in sports casting history. I mean, is he even going to come back? Nobody even knows at this point. I mean, that makes a difference. I mean, if he doesn't come back, I'm going with Chris with the Saints.
No,
I
he's
think they
already
got.
said he's already back. He's already back. He's coming back. That's
Oh,
not a
he's
question.
coming back. Okay,
That
all right.
contract
So,
happens after he retires.
all right. So I'm going with the Bucks because then Tom Brady ain't going back for nothing. They got that money waiting for him. What he's gonna do is he's gonna win. Then he's gonna ride off in his white horse into the sunset. So yep, Bucks best team in that division. That's for damn sure with Tom Brady
EmEz,
there.
let me ask you a question real quick. What do you think the chances of, I don't know, $375 million waiting in the background the chance of that being a distraction and taking his full attention away from football, knowing no matter what happens, he still got that bag secured. He already got his 7 rings. What do you think about that little perspective of mine?
You must have read my face because as D is saying that, I'm like, you know what? If I got $375 million waiting for me, how much do I care about this quote unquote legacy? I'm already the GOAT. I done had 7 Super Bowl rings. Even if we went 0-16 this year, y'all wouldn't blame me.
That's why I was surprised he's even going back. But hey, if he's going back, there's a reason. Tom Brady is not money hungry. He never cared about money, the fame, the cars. He's the most disciplined guy in sports. He's literally probably the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life. He's the best football player in history. So for him to come back and win, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Mm. Well, I'm picking the Bucks because again, 2 words: Brady's back, bro. Like what are we even talking about? Tom Brady's with the Bucks. They got a shot. They win in that
Yep.
division. And finally, the NFC West: Niners, Cards, Rams, and Hawks. Drippy D, who you got in this division?
Well, gotta give it to the Rams. They're the Super Bowl champions. Cooper Cup is still there. Um, I see them winning it again. They still got my boy Big Sexy's over there. 3-time consecutive player of the year. They're looking good over there, bro. They're in LA. They're riding on an all-time high. They don't need Beckham. They won without him. He was just like an extra piece. They could find that again in the trade deadline. Somebody will tag along. They could get Landry.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Beckham like that because he was about to be Super Bowl MVP if he didn't hurt himself. He was a big part of that Super Bowl win. I mean, he wasn't part of the team too much
He
in
wasn't
the
the guy
regular
that was
season.
he wasn't the guy getting defended by the best cornerback either. Cooper Cup was the best receiver in the whole NFL. As a matter of fact, he was the best offensive player in the NFL. Did he win Offensive Player of the Year?
But that means so that means Odell Beckham didn't have a better game. He can't have a better game because people
Oh no.
regard him.
But the thing is, nobody was really worried about Beckham as much as they was worried about Cup. I mean, let's be honest.
That's their fault, not his.
Well, all right. Well, they can find somebody who can do what Beckham does. They can't find somebody who can do what Cup does. That's the hard part. So they can find a Landry or a guy like that, and they can fill in those gaps. Cooper Cup is a star, and they got the Cooper Cup Stafford connection there. Those guys, they must be best friends or something. Because look,
You
he
know,
wants to throw him the ball the whole game. Guy throws
you
him the ball
know,
20 times a game.
you know my stance on white receivers and white
Yep,
quarterbacks.
that's it.
Huh. White power. Come on, baby.
That's it, boy. White on white crime, boy.
You know what I'm
Pass the
saying?
ball
Go
to each
get it.
other. That's it.
Anyways, Chris, who you got in the NFC West, man?
Before I make my pick, Dave, thank you for mentioning Jarvis Landry because he also did sign with the Saints. Another reason I think the Saints are going to win NFC South. But I digress. All right.
We just signed with
So,
that's cool, right?
yeah. So the Seahawks are trash. We have no idea what's going on with Jimmy G. And if they gave Trey Lance the key to the kingdom, they're going to take a back seat. In the words of Bart Scott, I am not worried about the baby Mandalorian that is Kyle Murray, especially with D-Hop at 6 games.
The baby Mandalorian.
And I feel bad, like almost discrediting the Rams or Super Bowl champions, but I feel like they win the division just kind of by default because there's really no one else as a second competitor to them to challenge them, especially if Jimmy G does not come back.
You don't think the Cardinals is good?
If DeAndre Hopkins wasn't missing the first 6 games of the year, you would have a better argument.
That
But
was the team that I was thinking of besides the Rams was the Cardinals because I could see them taking a step forward.
Again, I can't see, even with the additions of Marquise Brown and Zach Ertz last year, I can't see them being sustainable for 6 games without their best wide receiver. So for that reason, I'm going to give it to the Rams.
It's only 6 games, Chris. If they can last those 6 games.
Yeah, but listen, if you go 2-4 in those 6 games and the Rams go 5-1, you lost the division already.
They can still make the wild card.
How
many times you just got to make it. Win, that's all.
Listen, I'm gonna go with the Rams as well. I think they're Super Bowl champions. They bring back most of the same guys. They're Sean McVay is a genius. We've got to say that he's run a great culture over there. They're doing great. They still got Aaron Donald in that D line. Jalen Ramsey still back there doing what he do. So I believe they're gonna run that division again. So that's it with that. Okay, moving right along. I think it's time for Chris's segment. Is Chris Speak Kicks? Chris, are you ready?
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first installment of Chris's Crispy Kicks. On this week's edition, we got 3 fresh sneakers that I want to bring to you guys' attention. So let's get straight to it. Let's start with number 1. First, on this week's edition of Chris's Crispy Kicks, we have the Jordan 4 Retro Military Blacks. The Jordans were released in 1989. And on the eve of the Eastern Conference Finals, I think that's important to mention, Jordan wore these during his first Eastern Conference Finals when Scottie Pippen was bitching about Michael. Sorry, low blow, had to do it. These shoes have been around for 32, 33 years, and they're still kicking, still with smooth colorways, and still rocking. These right here, super simplistic, but super complex, super fresh, right? These khaki shorts, some jeans, black tee, white tee, and the White Sox feel like a man Dripyyyyy D got on, and you got yourself one hell of a summer outfit. What do we got next, Jeff? Whew. Listen, before we get to these sneakers, we got to talk about Jason Kidd for a bit. These are the first kicks that Jason Kidd wore back in 1995 when he won Rookie of the Year. Three-time NBA Finals appearances, 1-time NBA champion, top 10 point guard, top 10 in NBA three-pointers, top 5 in assists. And he did all that and had one of the best careers of all time. And he got his start wearing those exact shoes. Those are super clean, and as you can see, they were released in 3 different colorways. We got a black shoe, a blue shoe, and a khaki shoe. I will say those are fresh, but be extra careful where you wear them because you may look like you're set tripping in the wrong hood. Last but not least, what's number 3? We got the Yeezy 500 Granites. Originally, I'm not their front. The 500s were not my favorite shoe. I am a big fan of 350s. But then I started to appreciate these for what they were. These are real gritty, on the grind, in the trenches sneakers. You see the dude in the corner wearing those. Brooklyn, Camden, Newark, any hood area, any real hood dude wear those as like an alternative sense. Those are super fresh, super clean, and super mean. So before I give you my kick pick of the week, I want to throw it to my co-host and see what they think. Drippy, we'll start with you.
Okay, well, I do like number 2, but I don't want to get popped. I don't want to get smoked up in the wrong hood or nothing like that, bro. But I'm joking around. I like them. I like that Jason Kidd. Those used to be Jason Kidd sneakers. I would love to see Luka Doncic wear those or something in the playoffs. That'd be dope. Number 3, I like them for like a fall or spring look. You know, it's like a fall look for me. And I love number 1 for the summer. As a matter of fact, it's matching what I'm wearing now. I could wear that one I got on now. That'll look dope. But yeah, I like all 3 sneakers, Chris. They all fresh. I would cop all 3 of them.
See, I'm definitely stepping away from the Jason Kidds with all the flack because those blue ones definitely. I'm not playing with you. The other ones, the Yeezys, something about me, I never really liked Yeezys like that. They look like space shoes. I'm good. I'm a classic kind of guy. The Jordans, number 1, all day long, every day. I'll live in them. Those is my sneakers. Yes, give me those.
You know what, fellas? It's not often the 3 of us are in agreement on anything, but I think it's a unanimous sweep this week. Chris's pick of the week is definitely the Air Jordan 4. Again, just so simple but so fresh. Guys, if any of these sneakers interest you, the links are in the descriptions. I left a couple links for you so you can know where to purchase them, sizing and pricing. Any other questions, please feel free to leave in the comments. I will be glad to answer all your questions in regards to past releases as well as future releases and anything else that you need help with. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Guys, thank you so much for hanging with us for this week's edition of Crispy Kicks.
Nice. Okay. It's my turn. Let's get to these top 5, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, baby, top 5. Woo!
Listen, each and every week I'm going to bring you the top 5, whether it's the NFL, NBA, baseball, I'm always going to give you a different top five. The NFL schedule just was released, so I took the time to do the top 5 teams in the NFL. Let's kick it off with number 5. Give it to me. Okay. The Chiefs. Here's the thing. Some people would say they're low. 5 is a little low for the Chiefs. They are. They were in the Super Bowl. I think they still got Patty Mahomes, so you got to respect the fact that they still have Patrick Mahomes. You still got to respect the fact that they have Travis Kelce, but they did lose Tyreek Hill. Son, that's a big hit. Whether you want to believe it or not, that cheating not on that team is as Patrick Mahomes is not going to look the same without Tyreek Hill. Don't let Chris fool you with this 5-1 record. It's not worth it. He's gonna be a different quarterback. I promise you that. Let's go to number 4. And this is the team that is now going to take over the division that they just gave up, the Denver Broncos. If you guys have not been paying attention, you've seen Tom Brady do it. He wasn't happy. He left, won the Super Bowl first year. Stafford did the same thing, left, won Super Bowl first year. What do you think is going to happen with Russ? You don't think Russ is on that same plane? Absolutely happening to Russ. They're taking that division, and I'm going to say it now. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl. They're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Broncos in at number 4. Coming in at number 3. You got to give it to Tom, man. 2 words. Brady's back. That's why they're number 3. Okay, they've got a new coach, which, you know what I mean? We're going to see how that works out. Defense, they're getting a little older. They don't have AB, but I don't think AB made that much of a difference. But Tom Brady's coming in at number 3. Number 2, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Rams. I think they returned pretty much the same roster. They added some dope wide receivers, and Sean McVay is a genius, and he's going to make sure they're still in position to make sure they're contending for the Super Bowl. And before I get to the number 1, here's some honorable mention teams. Shout out to the Packers. I think the Packers would have been up there if they would have had some kind of target. They didn't make any big moves to get back somebody after losing Devontae Adams, so I had to put them there. Ravens. I think it's time for Lamar Jackson to make that next step. And if he doesn't, so what? And 49ers, they got to figure out what they're doing with their quarterbacks. Those are the honorable mention teams. But the number 1 team in the NFL by me is Buffalo Bills. And condolences to everyone that lost somebody in that shooting out in Buffalo. It was senseless. It was terrible. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention that. But Buffalo is the number 1 team. Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback in the league. They still have a great defense. That division is weak as hell. So that's the number 1 team in the NFL. As per me, I'm going to ask my co-host, fellas, what you think?
Can I start?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. So obviously my division winners were different than you guys. So my top 5, I wouldn't have Denver up there, and I wouldn't have Tampa up there just because I had different train of thoughts than you guys did. But we're showing the Bengals no love. Bengals get no love. They improved they signed 3 offensive linemen this year, which is the reason they lost the Super Bowl. They have arguably the best receiving corps in football, a top 5 quarterback in football, and a tenacious defense. Coming off Super Bowl appearance and improvements of the team, they can't crack the top 5, bro.
I think they made they were on like a carpet ride run, that magic carpet ride. They weren't supposed to. Joe Burrow is a good quarterback, yes. Their defense wasn't that great. Their offensive line isn't that great, and they're playing in a tough ass division too. So I don't believe in that personally. Yeah, I'll put the Chargers. I would put them.
I agree with you, Chris. Denver's a top 3 team in my eyes. I don't know how they go so far with a young quarterback of that caliber, and then you don't even put them in the top 5. That's disrespectful. I know this is your top 5, but it ain't mine either. I don't, you know. Denver's good, like you said, but they haven't proven nothing yet. Like I also see Denver going far this year, but I know you got them going very far. I think you got them winning the Super Bowl.
So, most likely, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think they're good, but yeah, you can't put them ahead of the Bengals yet. You know, the Bengals are proven already. You know, they have more aspects. Good running back, good quarterback, great receivers. Their defense is getting better. And that's the only thing they needed to add, and that's what they did. You know, the offensive line got better.
Don't trust too much what I say, bro. Okay?
Hey.
Chris?
I don't even see the Broncos making the playoffs, bro.
Oh, my God.
chances of making the playoffs.
Well, listen.
I think your
Yeah,
I think your theory of Brady going to the Rams Brady going to the Bucs after going to the Rams, it does make sense. But what those teams already had in place was continuity. Sean McVay was already in place. Bruce Arians was already in place. You're bringing Russell Wilson, a new quarterback, with a new coaching staff. So they lack the continuity those previous teams had. So I think it'll be much more of an uphill climb for the Broncos than it was for the Bucs and the Rams to pull that feet off.
I'm so confident.
The rest. All right. We got the receipts.
Listen, I like this. This makes for conversation. And if you're listening, watching, put your comments below. I want to hear how you feel about it. If you don't like it, let's talk about it because I'll answer comments. I'm not above talking to people in the comments. We can absolutely do that. Make sure you follow it, like, subscribe, and all that. We're gonna do this weekly. It's a discussion we're trying to make. You know what I'm saying? This is content, baby. But before we go, we got to get into one last one. It's time for D's Drip or Drown report. Let's get into it.
Certified Drippy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Drip or Drown. Today, we're going to bring to you 3 athletes. 2 of them are NBA superstars that are still in the top 4 or the last final 4 in the playoffs. And then we got 1 NFL superstar that's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year and also a Super Bowl champion. Let's roll. Number 1, we got Jason Tatum wearing a camo patchwork Dolce & Gabbana sweatshirt. He's also wearing Dolce & Gabbana cargo pants. He's also wearing SB Nike Dunks. Number 2, we got Stephen Curry wearing Spencer Badu jacket, Spencer Badu deconstructed chino jeans, and Bottega boots. Number 3, we got my boy Big Sexy wearing a Miri silk shirt, a Miri cargo pants, and Alexander McQueen sneakers. Hey guys, what do you think? Who you think's dripping and drowning out of these 3 guys here? I'm gonna start off with you, EmEz. What do you think?
All right, listen. I'm not a fashionista. Give me some sweats, some white kicks, a hoodie. I'm Gucci all day, every day. So don't listen to me for fashion advice. I know what I like, and I know what I don't like. And I do not like Chris. I was about to say Chris Brown. See, all you light-skinned guys look the same to me. Oh, I do not like what Stephen. Sorry. He looks like he's wearing a Carhartt. You know who wears Carhartts? Construction guys, handyman. You look like you got in a green Carhartt and some capris on. Fam, what is that? Again, I'm not a fashionista, but I do not like that. If I'm gonna give somebody a drip, though, gotta give it to Aaron Donald. That's something I would definitely put on. But Steph Curry, drown that guy all day, every day. No, not every day. Drown that one. That specific one, drown that. How did his wife let him? Aisha, you let him walk out the house?
all right. So EmEz is giving my man Steph Curry a drown. Shout out Steph Curry. You're balling out there, nothing but love. But he's gonna give you a drown.
Absolutely.
Now, Chris, what do you think about these 3 gentlemen over here? Who do you give a drip or drown to?
Ready? I give everybody a drown. I give everybody on that stage a drown. Right?
Wow.
Well, Curry first. Let's start here. Curry gets a surefire drown. And the other 2 are gonna drown. When I originally saw Tatum's outfit, I liked it because it felt like something that I would wear. The more I look at it, the layout of the socks, the cargo shorts, the mismatched sneakers, it's just not something I would do, right? And I just wouldn't wear Donald's outfit. Not that they particularly look bad, but it's not my swag, it's not my style. And for that reason, I'm giving everyone on that stage a drown.
Wow. Woo. Wow, what a fashion critic over here. Woo.
Okay, Chris. Okay.
Oh, wow. Hey, Chris, you're very rough. Well, I'm going to start off with my boy Curry. You're looking like Jada Pinkett from Menace to Society. You're looking like, I don't know, man, like Public Enemy, Flavor Flav, kind of era there. I don't know, man. You're looking like a Ninja Turtle, bro. You know, looking like you coming out the sewer from New York City or something, man. But look, bro, I love the way you're playing. I got mad respect for you. But I'm going to have to give you a drown. Give him the life raft because he is drowning. Hurry, you are drowning, brother. Number 2, I'm going to go with Tatum. I'm in the middle here. I don't know whether to give him a drip or drown because I do like the camel patch Dolce & Gabbana sweater. I think that sweater is fire. I think we could all agree on that. The pants is what throws me off. I don't like the cargo pants, the way they hemmed up too high. And if you got a hem up, I think you should have it a little fit. Your pants should be a little more fit and not wear those thick cotton socks. You know what I'm saying, bro? The SB dunks are fly too. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the two colors, you know, the 2 different tones. I think if he would have just kept one tone, it would have looked better too. So I'm Tweeter in the middle. I know he's drowning a little bit, but he's still breathing from the straw. You know, he's still alive. Still alive here. So M, you want to touch on this? Because I know Chris gave him a drown. I'm in the middle. What do you think? Should we give this guy a drip or a drown?
Man, listen. I'm a Tatum fan, son. I hate Boston, but I like Jason Tatum. But the two-tone sneakers, come on, bro. Did you get dressed in the dark?
That's it. It sounds like you're giving him a drown.
Drown that
life raft. He is drowning. Throw him the life raft. He's drowning. Sorry, Tatum. You balling. Mad respect, Tatum. I love the way you're playing. I know you fly most of the time, but you're drowning today. On this segment, you're drowning, brother. Number 3. Now we got my boy, as I call Big Sexy, wearing an Amiri silk shirt, wearing the Amiri cargo pants, the Alexander McQueen sneakers. I'm going to have to give him a drip. He is dripping. I'm shooting the water gun all over the air today because you are dripping, boy. You're dripping. You're dripping. You're going to give him the stamp of approval. And fans, guys, we need to make sure that you guys comment because your opinion counts more than me or my co-hosts. Your opinion counts more than everybody's here. So please comment, subscribe, and smash the like button.
Drippy.
There we go. D, let them know how to vote and everything this week, what to do and all that good stuff.
Okay, guys. You guys got to vote every week for the drippiest guy from the 3 athletes we give you. So whoever wins out of the vote, we're going to give them a certified stamp of the week. Drop the certified stamp so they can see how it looks, please.
Certified Drippy.
Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. M, thank you for having me. I love you guys. Stats, sneakers, styles, nation, we're here to stay.
There it goes. I like that. I love that energy. Okay. Now listen, like I said at the beginning of the show, I have a radio background, so my ear is always to the streets. So shout out to all the new artists out there. I'll be playing a new music video after each show. So stick around. This week's artist is Arsonal. It's featuring NLE Choppa. Let's take a listen to the Easy Pass Joint of the Week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Make sure you follow my guy, Dripyyyyy D. Let him know how to follow you.
Dripyyyyy D on Instagram. That's with 5 Ys.
Chris.
I am Mr. Nunez _ MR _ last name Nunez NUNEZ.
And it's your guy, EmEz, your neighborhood radio guy. You know how I get down. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. This is the first episode of many to come. It's Stats, Sneakers, and Styles. Let's go to that Easy Pass Joint of the Week. Let's go!
Look, I play me and my speakers, a G for the sneakers, 1,000 on back was a leaf for the brief. I spoil you my bitch cause it's cheaper to keep it and drown in the pussy. 1,000 on back was! Still know you niggas like Evil Knievel, I'm realer than most cause I'm...
We love you, ASAP.
Speakers out. Look, I play me and my speakers, a G for the sneakers, 1,000 on back was a leaf for the reef. I spoil my bitch cause it's cheaper to keep it and drown in the pussy, go deeper and deeper. Still know you niggas like Evil Knievel, I'm realer than most cause I'm feeding my people. You say you a stepper, I'm eager to see you. You big on me pussy and he don't believe it. We really bang bang. All you niggas yelling out gang gang, never seen a day up in a chain gang. Never even had to pull the trigger on a thang bang on my chest like a orangutan. Aim at your donut, that's a headshot. Crip nigga stay with a red dot. Slam PS5 with my dick in your Xbox. 380 kill tech stuffed in my dreadlocks. Never been a shoulda, woulda, coulda type of nigga. Want a different type of nigga. I just do it, I'm a Nike nigga. This so disrespectful, be so icy, nigga. None of you niggas gotta like me, nigga. These features still gonna be pricey, nigga. Get down on one knee and propose a toast. Let it ring in front of you and wifey, nigga. Now I start flipping. 100 niggas with me all crippin'. See a op and then we all trippin'. Turn a nigga to assault victim. Up to 40, not the malt liquor. I'm a shiesty individual, nigga. I will let you pay me for a feature, then rob you right after I finish the song with you. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. When you see me, it's on, nigga.
I on the wrong, gotta come play with. I say okay, and then the Drake split. Look both ways, avoid conflict, cause I'm on it if you own it. PZQ strapped up like baby shoes on the block with dog food. Miss the roof of my dog bark at you, then I might just spark dude. Brandon West can't finna go on no play, and my bro got a K, how you gon' get away? Chase your car from the east to the bay, I'ma hop out and spray, make the whole car shake. He up and then froze, he got a delay, but I make that boy play when I knocked off his face. Nobody safe, it get hotter than May with these bullet penetrating,
Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. Yeah. Play with me, you got the wrong nigga. When you see me, it's on, nigga.